I'm pretty sure that I will not be the only YouTuber or podcaster, for that matter, that will say that Raw Reunion tonight, if you are a fan of the nostalgia, of the old school, if you will, this show is for you. Everything from yesteryear delivered. However, the rest of the show was completely the bleeding fucking shits. And I guarantee you again, I am not the only YouTuber, I am not the only podcaster that will come on here and say that. There will be other podcasters that will say the exact same thing. I guarantee it. This show essentially did not help build up to SummerSlam by any means necessary. This show did not get you or me, the wrestling fan, excited for SummerSlam coming up literally 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks. Yeah. WWE's second biggest show of the year. 3 weeks from now, people. Are you excited? I guarantee you that you're not. Anyway, you dorks, this is the WWE Raw Reunion review. Raw review for July 22nd, 2019. It's Steve. What's up, you dorks? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up and share this throughout your entire social media. Because why the fuck would you not? You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Before I go any further, I want to thank the homie himself, Salrex, for this awesome video overlay that you see for Around the Point. I might as well make this an Around the Point extra, if you will, with this Raw review. And if you are a YouTuber, if you're a podcaster out there, and you want awesome graphics and overlays and logos done for your YouTube channel, your podcast, why not hit up the best graphic designer in the entire internet wrestling community today, the homie Salrex, on Twitter at SRXGFX. Not only does the guy does designs for me, but he also does designs for the likes of for JD from NY206, the Solid Monster, House of Glory, Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. He also did designs at one time for OKFabe, and so many other people. Hit him up on Twitter, tell him that I sent you, and he will work with you, and he will just do magic. I guarantee you. If you have not yet checked out the latest episode of Around the Point, it is up in the archives of this channel. Around the Point went live last night, where I talked about my thoughts on CM Punk appearing at StarCast coming up at AEW's All Out Weekend. And I asked myself, and I answered the question, if you will, or I gave my opinion, if you will, on will CM Punk appear at All Out. If you have not checked that out, go over to the video archive, go give it a listen. I talked about other numerous topics as well on yesterday's episode of Around the Point. But this is about Monday Night Raw. Raw Reunion, again, all about yesteryear, all about the old school, if you will. And again, like I said, I did enjoy some of the old school stuff, some of the nostalgia, if you will. The rest of the show did not do it for me at all. And I ask you guys this question: how about you guys? Did you guys enjoy Raw Reunion tonight? Did you enjoy the nostalgia, the old school stuff? I really want to know your thoughts on that. Again, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. Use the hashtag ATPoint so I know it's about this Raw review and all that fun stuff. So the show opened up with John Cena, of course, because he lives in Tampa. He comes out, he talks about how it's good to be home again, back in WWE, and how this was his home. Obviously, the guy lives in Tampa, so why the fuck would he not be there when you think about it, right? And all that he was interrupted by the Usos, who jokingly chimed him, bringing back his Doctor of Thugonomics persona. And they brought out Rikishi. Again, they were rapping back and forth. Traditional stuff here, if you will. They brought out Rikishi. Rikishi told Cena to stay in the ring. They're all gonna dance. Whoop de fucking do. It's funny because Rikishi came out to the Too Cool, or I'm sorry, the Sky Too Hottie theme song, and I thought they would have brought out Sky Too Hottie as well. That's what I thought, but no, they did not. And out comes the Revival, and the Revival, they're joined for some reason, for whatever reason, by this is funny, Devon Dudley. of all fucking people, Devon Dudley. Now, granted, Bully Ray or Bubba Ray wasn't there because he signed a Ring of Honor. That's fine. But of all the people you brought out to accompany the revival, you bring out Devon fucking Dudley. Am I the only one to feel like that made zero fucking sense? Yes, I get it. Devon Dudley is a legend, all the fuck. But I think of the Dudley boys, I think of Bubba Ray Dudley. To be honest, Devon's like the afterthought of the group, and it's not a shade at him at all. I mean, if you wanted to bring out Devon, why not bring him out as Reverend Devon? Just saying, just fucking saying. Okay, you had a tag team match. You had the Usos versus the Revival, non-title match. You had Rikishi in the corner of the Usos, while Devon's in the corner of the Revival. You had Booker T on commentary. They brought out guest commentary throughout the show too. They brought out Booker fucking T, which is great, awesome. I guess if you want, all you gotta know about this match. Again, Rikishi and Devon got into a confrontation at ringside, causing distraction. The Usos pinned the tag team champions. Now, with that, am I to assume now that at SummerSlam we're getting? Oh, I know. Well, what is it, Steve? Well, I'll tell you, motherfuckers. We're probably gonna get the Usos versus Revival again for the Raw tag team titles at SummerSlam. Oh, fucking joy. And again, they're at a point now, WWE's at this point now where they gotta just fucking push it together for SummerSlam. 3 weeks from now, people. SummerSlam is 3 weeks from now. Remember that. They're putting shit together. How am I not fucking surprised? Again, I'm not saying they're making that match official, but don't be surprised if they do. Yeah, backstage you had Alicia Fox, how apparently she's a legend all of a sudden. I don't know how, right? You had Caitlyn, Tori Wilson, and Santino Marella. They all talked backstage, and they had an appearance from the Cobra. And then Drew McIntyre walked past them and sneered. And it's crazy because when I saw that, I'm like, holy shit, it's 2009 all over again. Holy crap, for a single second I thought we were back in 2009. And Drew McIntyre was scheduled for a match, if you will, originally with Cedric Alexander that didn't even start because basically he had McIntyre just beating the holy fuck out of Cedric. Remember last week, Cedric had an upset win over Drew McIntyre, so basically there was that. So you didn't really see anything happen here. I think this is it. I don't see Cedric from here getting a match with Drew at SummerSlam. I mean, I'll be shocked if they do that. I really would be shocked. I just don't see it happening. We had Drake Maverick and the Hurricane, right? They basically played like a video from Comic-Con. I guess it happened last week where R-Truth was at Comic-Con and he was getting pinned by both the Hurricane and Drake Maverick at this panel, whatever. And they failed. Moments later, we had Renee Michelle showed up to yell at Truth about ruining her marriage. That caused enough of a distraction. Keep in mind, it caused so much of a distraction that caused Drake Maverick to roll up R-Truth and win the title. Shortly after, Maverick ran into the boogeyman. He got scared and fell down. And who would be there to pick up the scraps? None other than Pat Patterson. God damn it. Fucking Pat Patterson ends up pinning Drake Maverick and basically put his foot on Drake Maverick and won the 24/7 championship. So basically this title tonight, which was rumored to not even be involved on the show, was tossed around like a fucking hot potato. Let me say this too. Renee Michelle is fucking beautiful. She is just fucking stunning. Probably one of the best pickups that WWE's had in a long time. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Goddamn. Don't take that serious, okay? I'm just fucking saying. And that was that. We had the Viking Raiders defeat Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Christian sat on commentary throughout this as well. Where was Edge? I don't know. Where the fuck was Edge? Lillian Garcia did ring announcing, which was cool to see again, bringing back nostalgia. And again, I'm not gonna lie to you. When Pat Patterson won the fucking 24/7 championship, I'm gonna come back to that right now. I marked out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucking lost my shit. It's 2000 all over again. I loved it. Because then after that, you had Joe Briscoe win the 24/7 championship. From there, you had Kelly go on to win the 24/7 championship, and so on and so forth. I'll get back to that momentarily. We had backstage. We had Mike Kanellis, who was who was talking to Eve Torres, who also looks beautiful as fuck. Years fucking later, and Eric Bischoff, by the way, about pregnancy advice. And so Maria showed up and yelled at him in front of everyone about how she's the breadwinner of the family, right? And basically, Bischoff offered Maria to come to SmackDown. Got no reaction at all. Ron Simmons showed up and used Jimmy Hart's megaphone to say damn, which is basically true. I think with Mike Kanellis, the big payoff is going to be this. It's him eventually standing up to his wife, growing a set, and probably asking for a divorce, some shit like that, in character-wise, okay? The same way, and again, I don't know how many of you dorks watched Impact Wrestling a couple years ago, when Allie, the same Allie that wrestles for All Elite Wrestling now, years ago, stepped up to Maria Kanellis and all that shit. It was one of the biggest angles that Impact did a couple years ago. It's up on their channel. I see something like that happening. I could be wrong on that. Guys, give me your thoughts on that. Do you see that happening down the road? I mean, at the same time, say what you want about Mike Kanellis or Mike Bennett. At least the fucker's getting TV time in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So there we have that. The club, Gallows, Anderson, and Styles, they're no longer going as the club. They're now going as the OC. Yes, the OC. Like the television show from many years ago on Channel 11 here in the Northeast, here in the tri-state area. I'm going to say this. I hate the name. I get it. It's the original club or the original, the ordinary, whatever the fuck it may be, a club. I hate the name. I hate it. However, I like the new logo that they have. I think it's awesome. I might end up buying a shirt of the OC once it hits, I don't know, a special sale, some shit like that in WWE shop. Or not a Hot Topic, if I ever see a Hot Topic, some shit like that. But again, I hate the name. I like the logo. There's that. Like I said before, Joe Briscoe pinned Pat Patterson to win the 24/7 championship, and then he walked down the hall and it was congratulated by Kelly, who also looks beautiful as fuck, by the way, and got kneed in the balls and was pinned. Kelly ran away with the championship. So basically, Kelly will forever be known as the first woman to win the 24/7 championship. Motherfuckers, put that bitch in the Hall of Fame. Put the bitch in the fucking Hall of Fame now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Put her in. Matter of fact, no, take that back. Put her in 2020. She needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Just saying. She needs to be in the fucking Hall of Fame. God damn it. If she's not in the Hall of Fame, I don't know what the fuck is wrong. But god damn it. Bravo. Fucking bravo. Okay. We had Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe, because this started because Samoa Joe cut a promo complaining about the Raw reunion. It was interrupted by Roman Reigns, and I guess because Samoa Joe started talking about Roman's family, and Roman's like, "Hey, we're from the same island. You know what's next?" And they started brawling. And for a second there, I thought that, oh my god, Samoa Joe injured Roman Reigns, because the way Roman was walking after he got put into the fucking steel post, whatever, right? To the LED post, if you will. I thought Roman was hurt. And they have a match. And keep this in mind, when this happened, I went to take a shit. I'm going to say, I went to take a shit during this match. I come back and I hear that Roman won with a spear. Roman Reigns won with a fucking spear. How am I not fucking surprised by now? Seriously. How the fuck am I not surprised? Roman Reigns beat Samoa Joe with a spear. Samoa Joe is the new eater of pins. Okay, I'm just going to say it right now. Okay, Bray Wyatt now the Fiend. Samoa Joe is now the new eater of pins. It's Samoa fucking Joe. Poor him. Poor him. Then we had what I thought was the most funniest thing on the show. And I mean funny in a bad way. Okay? Funny in a bad, like, what the nerve of this motherfucker. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was a guest on Miz TV. And keep this in mind, Seth Rollins today had a lot of shit to say about AEW and Jon Moxley. People, I guess, today on social media were venting about this, how AEW is not competition, how apparently for per Rollins, they're gonna eat AEW alive and this and whatnot. And again, listen, the guy being the company guy, why are people so surprised? I mean, I asked this question, okay, and I'm not trying to be on Rollins' defense here by no means at all, but let's just keep it 100, okay? Let's assume for a second that if Cody Rhodes or the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega were to go on conference calls or social media for that matter, and they were to say about AEW what Rollins is saying about WWE, would there be outrage on social media? Will people lose their shit or will people stay quiet? I think people will stay quiet. I'll say this. As much as I want to get behind AEW and watch it succeed, and I'm wearing the Elite shirt, okay? Keep that in mind. I'm just gonna say this right now. The Bucks and Kenny and Cody on social media suck. They suck when it comes to them promoting shit on social media. They just come off so bushly. That's just around the point, okay? That's just around the point. We had Sami Zayn, but back to what I'm saying. So Rollins comes out and he's a guest on Miz TV. He talks about Brock Lesnar. He even makes fun of Brock Lesnar and they're mimicking him. He's basically mimicking Brock Lesnar basically, and he calls Brock Lesnar a Seth Rollins wannabe. I started dying when I heard that shit. Like, bro, you cannot be fucking serious. A Seth Rollins wannabe. Yeah, right, bro. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. I heard people say, oh, Ron, put the phone down. Get off social media. I'm like, bruh. After hearing that, smoke some weed. Shroom, smoke some weed. And just lay off social media for a while, bruh. Seriously. But, again, Paul Heyman then protested. And then Rollins yelled at him until he went away. So basically, Rollins went to chase him almost in a way. So there was that. And then we go back to Kelly, who was the 24/7 champion, who we got an appearance by Candice Michelle and Melina. And apparently Melina was trained to be a referee, so she had the referee thing on. Candice Michelle pins Kelly, who was a referee now, apparently. Alundra Blaze showed up and immediately choked out Candice Michelle, winning the championship via submission. So then she says, she will not be champion for long. She will not be champion for long, people. And I can only think about what the fuck was going to happen. We then had Sami Zayn. He insulted a group of legends, which included Jillian Hall. I'm surprised she didn't have the fucking thing on her side of her face, which I always thought was probably like ground turkey and ground pork with one grape made into a fucking patty and put in the fridge for a couple weeks. That's what I always thought it was. I guess the culinary major in me is probably thinking that, but whatever. And they were defended by Rey Mysterio, setting up a match later on in the show. Yeah. That was the match later on in the show. Sami Zayn and Rey Mysterio. We had the match. Zayn tried to run out of the match. Okay? But was stopped by the Hurricane, Rob Van Dam, Sergeant Slaughter, and Kurt Angle. Keep this in mind, Kurt Angle, who is no longer the Raw general manager, made this match official. Apparently, right? Remember, guys, when I was general manager, if two people had a problem, we settled it in the ring. If two people got a problem, we settle it in the ring. Remember that? I swear to God, you had Sergeant Slaughter, Angle, Rob Van Dam, who was signed to Impact Wrestling, I think, right? And the Hurricane. I like how Rob Van Dam just doesn't give a fuck. I like that. I really, really do. I swear to God, they look like fucking teacher, like the faculty staff at a school. That's what they look like. Seriously. They all come out and basically prevent Sami Zayn from running or leaving the ring. He gets back in the ring. Mysterio attacks him and wins the match with a frog splash. So there you go with that. Cool. Whatever. The Street Profits talked about various legends on the show, backstage. Cool, I guess, if you will. Alundra Blaze attempted, this is what I thought was corny, out of all like the nostalgia shit, I thought this was very corny, okay? So Alundra Blaze attempted to throw the 24/7 championship into a garbage can in front of the announcer's table, reminiscing back to WCW. Remember when she threw the women's championship in the trash can? She's trying to do the same thing with the 24/7 title. And I thought overall, she's doing everyone a fucking favor, getting rid of the belt. Awesome, right? Until the $1 million man Ted DiBiase bought it off her. Like she just gave her cash. Here you go, bitch. Give me the belt. And he walks away. Later, Drake Maverick attacked DiBiase in his limo and presumably pinned the $1 million man to win the championship. At the end of the night, Maverick attempted to leave with his wife again. A different limo, but was rolled up by R-Truth and pinned. Truth jumped into the limo and speeded off with the championship and Maverick's wife. So not only did Drake Maverick was not able to consummate the marriage, he's no longer the 24/7 champion, and R-Truth not only took the belt away, but also left off with his wife. God damn it, yo. I love it. I think this is fucking awesome. Seriously. We then get Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Again, this is probably a match you expect to be amazing, right? We've seen this before already. Rollins beat Styles by disqualification when the OC interfered. That's their actual name, by the way, the OC. Just like the TV show from back on Channel 11 many years ago. God help us all. Again, I hate the name, but I like the logo, right? Triple H and Shawn Michaels made the save for Rollins. The OC tried to two-sweet DX, but Road Dogg, X-Pac, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall showed up to scare them away. And Rollins told the OC to suck it. And that was it. Great. Nostalgia, right? Whatever. Cool, I guess. It was cool, I guess, to see, you know, the clique back together in the ring with Rollins. Fine, get the rub. But it was cool. What really kind of got me, I'll say this right now, they had an opportunity because they had this thing where there was like a brawl, if you will, right, between the OC and DX and Seth Rollins. They missed an opportunity and they blew it. You mean to tell me we couldn't have Styles and Michaels mix it up? They had one opportunity to do it and they did not deliver on that. So to me, in a way, it failed. People for a long time wanted to see Styles and Michaels go at it. Remember a couple years ago they were teasing it at the Royal Rumble, right? And here they go. They had a chance to do it. They didn't do it. Never happening, folks. There you go. Mark Henry and Mick Foley were seen talking backstage. Mick Foley came out to the ring, talked about his favorite memory from Raw, but was interrupted by the 24/7 championship division running through. Basically, they ran through the ring. Eventually he was interrupted by the Fiend. Like, you knew this was happening. They were waiting for it. Like, wait for it, dorks. It's gonna happen. The Fiend comes out. Bray Wyatt hits him with the Mandible Claw. Honestly, I thought it was great. All the fuck you want. A good way to use a legend. In that case, being Mick Foley. And I think Bray should keep that as his arsenal. The Mandible Claw as one of his special maneuvers, I think. I would not mind it at all. We had Becky Lynch, the man, goddammit, the man, who was a guest, right, at the Moment of Bliss. But Natalya interrupted, and they argued, then brawled. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I have no interest at all, no fucking interest in seeing a Natalya versus Becky Lynch match at SummerSlam. I just don't give a shit about it. They basically talked about how Becky beat Ronda Rousey to be the champion, and how Becky's gonna beat Natalya at SummerSlam in Natty's country and embarrass her in Canada, which will likely happen. Which will likely fucking happen. Would not be surprised if it does not. But there was that. But again, I just didn't give a shit about it. I don't give a fuck about it, and I know I'm not the only one. I guarantee you, I'm not the fucking only one. We then get Braun Strowman beating a jobber, Randy Rowe. And for a second there, I thought they were saying Brandy Rhodes. I'm like, holy shit, the nerve of these people, yo. The nerve of these motherfuckers. But no, they said Randy Rowe. Beat him in just like 2 seconds. I get it. Throwback, reunion. Back when Braun was beating Jobbers like 10 seconds when he debuted and shit. So fine. Okay, whatever. We then get the ending of the show. Ric Flair made an appearance at the end of the night. Hulk Hogan showed up. Cut a promo about himself. Stone Cold Steve Austin showed up. Walked up to the ring and drank some beers. Austin put over Raw. The audience in Tampa had a toast with the group of the legends that were there too to end the show, basically, which again made sense. Nostalgia again. If you were into the nostalgia, if you were into the old school shit, this show at moments was for you. If you didn't give a shit about it, this show was the bleeding shits. This show did not get me, or I guarantee you did not get you excited for SummerSlam. But again, this show was not, I feel like, which is a throwaway show, which sucks because, again, you're 3 weeks away until SummerSlam, which is your second biggest show after WrestleMania. You need to be getting fans invested into SummerSlam. You have to. And they're not even doing that, which is a shame. A total shame. But dorks, I leave it to you. Give me your thoughts on tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Did you enjoy the show or not? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Twitter at HeelSteven. Use the hashtag ATPoint. Or if not, drop a comment down below. Follow me on Twitter. Again, a big thank you to the homie himself, Salrex, for the awesome graphic overlay that you see here for the video, the overlay, and also the logo that you see there as well. If you are a YouTuber, a podcaster, you want awesome graphics done for your podcast, for your YouTube channel, logos, overlays, graphic work, hit him up on Twitter at SRXGFX, the best graphic designer in the IWC. You don't believe me? Ask JD from NY206, ask the Solid Monster, ask House of Glory, ask Big Mike, or ask any other person that at one time had graphic design done by Salrex, like Kayfabe, Joe Cronin, and so many other people as well. He is the best. If you have not yet listened to yesterday's episode of Around the Point, it's up in the archives of this channel where I gave my thoughts on CM Punk, whether or not will he be returning to wrestling at AEW's All Out, as he is part of StarCast, AEW's convention, or the convention taking place during AEW's All Out weekend, and all that stuff in Chicago. If you have not listened to it, go give it a listen. I also talked about Alberto Del Rio fighting Tito Ortiz in MMA, and so many other stuff. Again, guys, give that a listen when you get a chance. And as always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all, I'm Steve, and this, again, is Around the Point. Peace out, dorks. Brock Lesnar is a Seth Rollins wannabe. Yeah, right. I swear to God, this will have you laughing for fucking days. What a dork.